Adamson Adeboro is a senior advocate of Nigeria, and he joins us in the studio to look at this story. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, it's a rare step by the NJC. It's someone described as significant, but as a senior member of the bar, is this true reform or window dressing? What's your reaction? What was your initial reaction when you heard it?
I was happy. You see, democracy can only thrive where there is constructive criticism. And the ability of the leaders to utilize those constructive criticism to effect change. It's a common knowledge that Nigerian judiciary is one of the most criticized judiciary in the world. So it will be irresponsible of any leader to continue to watch, allow the image and the integrity of judiciary to descend. Now, we are lucky to have a leader who is trying to utilize the criticism of Nigeria as regards the judiciary. The CJN, since our section told the leadership of the judiciary as Chief Justice of Nigeria, does not pretend about the problem in the judiciary. She has said it in many places that we need to do something. We need to reform the judiciary, particularly in terms of zero tolerance to corruption and speedy dispensation of justice in Nigeria. These are critical to a functional judiciary, and just taking a bold step to give effect to our words. So we should be happy. Now, I know Nigeria will be still doubtful as to the efficacy and the effect of the step I'll be taking. But I can assure you, let's try it. That's not the only place. You know, we need to overhaul the judiciary.
And that's where I come in. Exactly how will this check the issues of corruption and other ills in the judiciary? And when we talk about reforms, I mean, it's like we're really abusing this word, reforms. What kind of reforms do we need to fix Nigeria's judiciary? Quoting you, most criticized judiciary in the world. That's not an enviable position.
Yes. Well, when you say reform, is to me, in Nigeria context, when you look at the way Nigeria, you know, there was a time, I think in 2023, when we have a toga, all eyes on the judiciary. That's to tell you that there's a problem.
Yeah.
We don't want to deceive ourselves. There's a problem on ground. But how do we tackle it? We can't just fold our arms and allow it to continue like that. So, and my Lord, I said, look, corruption must be eliminated to the barest minimum level. I shall take a step. For instance, it was in the news last week or early this week that some judges were fired. Some were suspended on account of misbehavior, judicial misconduct. Yeah. That is the first step in the right direction that she has taken. And if we continue the pace, again, my problem is this. Who are the judicial officers? They are part of the system.
Yeah.
They are Nigerians. What is the state of Nigeria itself? Nigeria is totally, almost a moribund state. And now, we need concerted effort to revive it. And now, those who man the judiciary as judicial officers are a product of Nigeria. The system will affect them. They are produced by Nigeria. So now, this value, the social value in Nigeria is what's affecting every segment. And judiciary cannot be an exception.
Really? Because, I mean, the thought is that the judiciary should be, you know, like Caesar's wife, above board. They should reflect the ideal of what we want our society to be.
Are you saying that they are from the moon? That they are from Nigeria?
No, they're not.
That's the problem here. It's the system. The values, the moral value in Nigeria is gone.
So are you saying
we need a reorganization?
Do we need to fix Nigeria first before we can fix the judiciary? Is that
Nigeria, judiciary is part of Nigeria. If you have seen Nigeria indirectly fitting the judiciary.
In other words,
what is happening in the police? For instance, let me give you an example. What is happening in the police? For instance, they say, oh, police officers are corrupt. This segment is corrupt. That segment is corrupt. So you're not saying, oh, this one now lives in a pariah, a state of his own. No, it's a common thing. It's a common system, value system that we need to change.
So if we don't fix Nigeria, we don't fix the judiciary. That's what you're saying. But let me ask you, there are those who have said, we haven't really seen the import or the impact of public hearings when it comes to national debate or outcome. And there are several examples, whether you want to look at the confab of 2014, or you want to look at the public hearings in the national and state houses of assembly. There's the notion that the voices of the people are always silenced despite, what they have said. And some have, brought that into this conversation to say, yes, this 82, because it's starting with the list of 82 people who are to be vetted. They're saying, how are we sure that even if Nigerians raise the skepticism you raised in your earlier position, how are we sure that when Nigerians speak up against these people, it will be actually implemented? That's one, on the one hand. Then there are those who also say the issue of nepotism in the judiciary. Do you think this will really fix it? Where it's about who you know and who helps you have a foot in the door.
Thank you. First of all, this is the very first time that the appointment of judicial officer will be open to the public for input. This is the very first time. But I'll give you the case of the appointment or elevation of a lawyer to the rank of senior advocate of Nigeria. That has always been there, open to the public, giving opportunity to make input as to the integrity and personality of a person to be elevated to the rank of senior advocate of Nigeria. It has been working. A lot of people were dropped. So if that worked, why are you now saying that this one will not work? It's the first time. Let's test run it and see whether it will work or not. But I can assure you that considering the personality of the current CJN, it will surely work.
But do you envisage any challenges at all?
There may be challenges. This is just the beginning. Whatever challenge we have here, we form the improvement to be made on the subsequent appointments. So it's a good step in the right direction. We give it opportunity, we give it a chance to work. As regards the second issue of
nepotism.
Nepotism. Yeah, but who you know.
You see, in all honesty, my take on this matter, this is not the first time we're hearing about it. Oh, why the big people,
the sons and daughters
of the big people in the judiciary are the one appointed to, and that is affecting the products of who man the judiciary positions. No doubt about that. But my question is this. If the son of the CJN, for instance, or daughter, is qualified for a position, will you deny or deprive that person of that position simply because it's his daughter or son of the CJN?
Can they not wait until when no eyebrows will be raised about
will it be fair to that person who is equally qualified? Will it be fair?
So
if you are qualified, my position is this. Anybody who is qualified, irrespective of your background, where you come from, as long as you are qualified and you are competent and you go through the competition, you should be selected.
Will it still not be seen as nepotism? It will still be seen as nepotism.
Why should you see it as nepotism? If I'm qualified, I'm a son of the president, and because my father is the president, I should not be appointed. That would not be fair to me.
Why should that appointment happen when the president is your dad?
So
when your father is the CJN and all of that? Why can you not wait just so that
I'm qualified?
So that the optics and you send the right signals that look, it's not about who you know, it's not about nepotism, but it's about doing the right thing.
I don't subscribe to this position because anybody who is to me, this is it. Make the system fair enough and transparent.
Great.
So whoever is qualified.
How do you get the people to trust that process, that it is fair, it is transparent? How do you get the people to trust that?
I want you to know that there is no position that will not have its basis qualification as criteria.
Yeah.
So whoever meets the criteria or the conditions,
Yeah.
why do you want to do
All right,
that?
I think it's an interesting debate.
So, for
whichever
instance, if you have 5 people
Yeah.
contesting for a position,
Yeah.
and the most qualified person, or who scored the highest point, is the son of the city or presiding person, are you
Yeah.
not saying that person is not
All right, before we
Or
move
if
on,
the-
I have a
very
question here.
quickly.
I have a question here
Yeah.
because the NJC did say that if false or malicious complaints are made, there will be serious consequences. In your view, how do you think that the council should handle potential abuse of this new system? Do you worry about potential reputation damage? For instance, somebody brings up a malicious just because they don't want you there. Are there concerns like that? Do you think that's a concern?
There's a concern, but there are
Yeah.
systems in place to sieve those kind of petitions. Like I said, this is not the first time. Now, this kind of situation is not a place or an opportunity to do vendetta. It's not. You know, by the time you see petition, you know from the content of the petition, you know what is the intention of the writer. So you can easily know this. It's not. There's no big deal about this one.
Okay.
And those who man the position are people of wisdom, who will know how to distinguish between a genuine petition and a fictitious petition.
Yeah, so it's to strengthen the system and the process. Adamson Adeboro, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, we believe you earned your senior advocacy.
Thank you very much.